Good morning, folks. It's your bro, Richie Rich here. Today I'm back with another Fast and Furious car video for you all. Today in this video, I am now doing the next car from the second installment, which I quite like this one. I always love these tuner cars from Japan because I'm a huge JDM tuner fan. Today I'll be talking. today I'll be talking to you all about the 2003. So 2003 Mitsubishi Eclipse Spyder GTS, the one that Roman Pierce, played by Terry Gibson, drives. And then later was switched to Devon Aoki's character Suki. And before I get started, make sure you all like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you're alerted when I make brand new uploads. All right. So, without any further ado, let's begin. So the 2003 Mitsubishi Eclipse Spyder GTS. Say 2003 Mitsubishi Eclipse. Said 2003 Mitsubishi Eclipse Spyder GTS from Too Fast to Furious 2003. Here we go. So the 03 Eclipse Spyder GTS is a major car driven by Tyrese Gibson's character Roman Pierce and Devon Aoki's character Suki in Too Fast to Furious 2003. Overviews next, so let's do it. So manufacturer is by MMC, Mitsubishi Motors Corporation. The make is obviously Mitsubishi. The model's an Eclipse Spyder GTS. So yeah, the model's an Eclipse Spyder GTS. Production year is from 2003. Around 22 years old. Well, 21, 22 years old, something like that. So it's in its early 20s. Model status is discontinued. Body and chassis next. The class is a sports compact. Body style's a two-door convertible. The engine is a 3-liter 24-valve single overhead camshaft, or SOHC, Mitsubishi 6G72 V6 with MVM, making 210 horsepower. But in the movie, it sounds like a Subaru WRX STI, or, well, the WRX wasn't, well, the STI wasn't even released at that time, so it sounds more like a Subaru WRX boxer flat 4 motor with a turbo to it. I have to look up what MVM means for Mitsubishi. About that a little bit later. Body mods includes a Shine Street wide body kit and a rear wing. Also APC APC carbon fiber hood. Specialty mods include Genera TYC Euro taillights, similar to the ones from Brian's Evo, which I'll talk about a little bit later. The wheels are Lowenhart BR5 rims, which those look pretty dang cool. You usually would see those in classic 60s, 70s muscle cars, even lowriders. But on an Eclipse, yes, it's not bad, but I don't know. I mean, it looks cool, but again, I'm not too sure about those wheels on a tuner car. Not 100% too sure. Anyway, the wheels were Lowenhart BR5 rims. Character info is next. The driver is obviously Roman Pierce. Played by Tyrese Gibson. And Roman Pierce, played by Tyrese Gibson, and briefly Suki, played by Devon Aoki. The uses for racing and transporting drug money. The status is active, thank God, thankfully. The films is obviously from Too Fast to Furious 2003. Similar cars to that, it's the same 03 Eclipse Spyder, just a standard one, not the GTS, just a regular convertible Eclipse, which was used in the Too Fast to Furious Prelude. Next we got is history. Hang on, if I missed anything out. So the '03 Eclipse Spyder GTS is a major car driven by both Roman Pierce and Suki, played by Tyrese Gibson and Devon Aoki in Too Fast Furious 2003. All right, run right check. All right, so next up is history. Too Fast Too Furious 2003. Prior to going undercover, undercover, Monica Fuentes, played by Eva Mendes, debriefs both Roman Pierce and Brian O'Connor, both played by Terry Gibson and Paul Walker. May rest in peace, Paul. Miss you, brother. So we miss you, brother. So it debriefs both Roman Pierce and Brian O'Connor on the details of Carter Verone, played by Cole Hauser, following the unveiling of the new '03 Eclipse Spyder GTS. So the '03 Eclipse Spyder GTS and the '02, so 2002 Lance Evo 7. I was gonna say Lancer, which it is actually a Lancer as well. So the '02 Evo 7, Roman claims the Eclipse Spyder for his own, which when he says don't even which he says to Brian, don't even think about taking a convertible. Throws his bag in there and he says, "My listen you moose." And Brian says, "Yeah, that's cool. That's too much chrome for me, anyways." The funny part was when he says, "Damn, where'd y'all confiscate these Rams from, man?" Oh, so that was just so funny. I just love that. Anyways, Roman claims the Eclipse Spyder for his own. Unbeknownst to either Roman or Brian, the Spyder was outfitted with a tracking device that was embedded deep within the mechanics of the car. Same with Brian's Evo. So they both have like GPS trackers onto them. So there's the cops, so the Miami PD can keep track of them, so they don't like get into trouble or whatever. I don't know. But you know how it goes. You know how it goes. You've seen that movie thousands of times. I have a lot. It's still a freaking cool movie. If I had to choose one of the early Fast and Furious films, either the first one or second one, the second one would just be the best. Anyways, because they had better cars there, it was more modernized than what the first one had. So when they learned how they were being tracked, both the Lancer and the Spyder were given to Jimmy in the hopes that the mechanic would be able to remove the devices. So in the hopes that the mechanic would be able to remove the devices. Who was Jimmy played by? I forgot. Yeah, there's some characters which I know, but never know who they're played by. He's played by Jin Ao Young. So, Jin Ao Young. In the hopes that the mechanic would be able to remove the devices. They used both the Spyder and the Lancer for the time for a time until until Roman Roman and Brian won both the 70 Challenger RT and the 69 Yanko Camaro Yanko Camaro SYC from both Corby and Darden. Who the heck were they played by? Again, like I said, I don't know many of the characters who they were played by. I mean, I know the characters, but the actors I don't really know that much. So Corby was played by John Senatiempo, the guy who drove the Camaro, and Darden was played by who the heck was he played by? He sounds like a character in GTA 4, 2008, I believe. So Darden was played by Eric Etabari. So Etabari, saying with an accent is just kind of cool. Eric Etabari. They used both a Spyder and a Lancer for a time until both Roman Brian won the 1978 Challenger RT and the 1969 Yanko Camaro SYC from both Corby and Darden. During the car scramble, Suki drove the Spyder and lured the cops away from both Brian and Roman's activities. She was later apprehended alongside Tej Parker, played by Chris Ludacris Bridges, for evading the cops, so evading the Miami PD. Next up, we got its specifications. So the car technically didn't have any performance mods, so no air intakes, turbos, exhaust intercooler upgrades, engine block, pistons, camshaft, cam gears, absolutely nothing at all. It was just bone stock, like no ECUs or spark plugs, absolutely just nothing at all, just completely standard, just bone stock. Anyway, so specifications, so let's do it. The Eclipse Spyder was given a the Eclipse Spyder was given a the Eclipse Spyder was given a resplendent. Almost couldn't say it properly. The Eclipse Spyder was given a resplendent metallic silver and purple. The Eclipse Spyder was given a resplendent metallic silver and purple webbed design, along with a Shine Street wide body kit. Um, so Shine Street wide body kit, rear wing, rear wing, APC carbon fiber hood, Genera TYC, Genera TYC Euro taillights, and a set of Lowenhart BR5 rims. And the thing about the design on the car is that there are some designs like with spiderweb graphics and whatnot. Tyrese didn't really like the design, even the interior, because it was first yellow, which he did not like, because he said he didn't want to drive around in a Lakers car. But then few things had to be changed, so they had to change out the design from the exterior, and the interior was given like some kind of like a grayish, kind of silverish suede interior, which is just much better, you know. So, and that design, the second one that was actually on it, Tyrese actually picked out that design, which was pretty dang cool. Which is pretty cool. So yeah, but literally the first one, yeah, I have to agree. Like he didn't want to drive like a Lakers car because it looked completely odd with the spiderweb graphics and whatnot. But the second one was just pretty dang cool. Absolutely brilliant. Anyway, so the Eclipse Spider was given a resplendent metallic silver and purple webbed design, along with a Shine Street wide body kit, rear wing, uh, rear wing, APC carbon fiber hood, Genera TYC Euro taillights, and a set of Lowenhart BR5 rims, which those are just super expensive. Usually you would see those wheels on like lowriders and whatnot and some muscle cars. Say Lowenhart BR5 rims. It also had a Jeep. It also had a GPS. It also had a GPS device. So GPS device that so it also had a GPS device spidered into all the main components underneath the hood, as well as a custom vanity Florida plate that reads H8TR. Normally, I don't talk about number plates on this video, which I never do, but I'll do it for now at least. Until there's another card that would have have this info. I don't know. Anyways, last up is trivia. So, the Eclipse Spyder is one of the few protagonists. So, the Eclipse Spyder is one of the few protagonist cars that isn't destroyed on screen. Thank God, neither is the Evo, apart from the fact that it had that ESD damage on the side, like the 3 holes from the ESD harpoon. But it's just cosmetic. I mean, most of the cars are intact, so it's in good condition. But some of those are like stunt cars and whatnot. Oh, backup cars, I would say, like Hero 1, Hero 2 cars and whatnot. And they use some for like make rigs and stuff, and some stunt cars as well. So, the Eclipse Spyder is one of the few protagonists. The Eclipse Spyder is one of the few protagonist cars that isn't destroyed on screen. So, the Eclipse Spyder is often identified as its '02 or '03 model year car, according to the Fast and the Furious, the official car guide, written by Chris Palmer. So Chris Palmer, the Eclipse Spyder is an '01 model, so it was 2001 model, the year the first movie came out. So the Eclipse Spyder is an '01 model year. However, however, the car in the movie is clearly an Eclipse Spyder with a GTS trim. A trim that was only available beginning with the '03 model year, the year the second movie was out. So starting with the '03 model year, The car is originally painted blue with a spider web uh, vinyl and had a yellow and this part was what I was talking about before with like the Lakers stuff, like the graphics, which Tyrese didn't like. this was this related to it. So the car is originally painted purple with a spiderweb vinyl, and had a yellow suede interior. However, this received backlash from Tyrese, who said he didn't want to drive a Lakers car, which is kind of true. I mean, it kind of has the the kind of like same purple yellowish design as the L.A. Lakers, which I've seen like a couple times. The L.A. Lakers, which is pretty dang cool. Now, trying to beat like Houston Rockets and whatnot, and blah 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 blah. Not sure when the LA Lakers is gonna happen at the NBA. I'm not sure, but so, the car was originally painted purple with a spiderweb vinyl and had a yellow suede interior. However, this received backlash from Tyrese, who said he didn't want to drive a Lakers car. The chrome wheels on the car were chosen by Tyrese himself. Said the chrome wheels on the car were chosen by Tyrese himself, and he covered the cost of them. Last part, and I'll do the next Fast and Furious car from the second installment. the car was an automatic. The car was excuse me. The car was an automatic. The car was an automatic. So whenever Tyrese was seen shifting gears, so whenever Tyrese was seen drifting, not drifting, sorry. So whenever Tyrese was seen, so so whenever Tyrese was seen shifting gears, he was moving the gear shift from park to drive. So shifting it back and forth, so just from park to drive. So they had like a manual shift boot just to cover that. To make it look like a manual, which it's pretty cool. I mean, they've done this before in most modern Fast and Furious films. They imagined that the automatic was just a manual, which is quite odd, but oh well. I mean, they always just go with manuals all the time in the franchise. They don't use paddle shifts at all, which is totally fine. I don't mind that. But yeah, just can't wait for the last one to happen. Thank Lord for that. I'm starting to get kind of sick of the Fast franchise. Saying they're gonna end it, but yeah, they're just still doing it, which is kind of just grinding my gears. It's just literally messing like with our minds. Like we're thinking, when the heck is it actually gonna end? But we heard long ago that I heard long ago that Vin Diesel actually said that. Well, I heard like throughout social media that Vin Diesel actually said that this is long ago, I know, that it will officially be the last film officially, and they're gonna start filming in Los Angeles, which is a bit of an issue right now because of the wildfires happening in because which is a bit of an issue because of the wildfires happening all around LA and people struggling to get in their homes, and which makes it a real struggle to try and film the movie. This is kind of like similar to when they struggled to film Furious 7 in the time of Paul's passing, when he was like halfway down through the movie. But this is kind of similar. Um, I'm just hoping that everything settles down in LA, and they can start to film the movie there because they are going back to their old roots. Just on a small budget though, which I believe is smaller than Fast X. It was kind of like a similar budget to what they had in the first movie. So that's hence why they're saying they're going back to their old roots because they're going back to street racing and finally, and they're going back to the similar budget they had from the first movie. So this is gonna be quite interesting. So um, can't wait to see the movie. Well, first off, it hasn't even been out yet, but at some point it might be out this year or next year. Just I don't know, but one way to find out, just hopefully one day, uh, we'll get to see. Well, obviously we will. But first, we'll just have to wait till the actual trailer will happen because I've been seeing like a bunch of these teaser trailers, and I'm just kind of getting sick of these teaser trailers. And I'm like, when the heck are they finally gonna do the actual trailer? I don't know, but one way to find out. One way to find out. All right. So that'll be it for now. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe. So like and subscribe, comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell and hit all to literally want to make brand new uploads. Fly on my freaking face. So like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification bell and hit all so you literally want to make brand new uploads. All right. So that'll be it for now. I'll be back a little bit later for the next video. So I'll see you in the next video. But until then, stay safe, have a great morning, and I'll see you guys later in the next video. So take care, folks. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.